It's just us,
I'm in my own head. I'm in my own head.
Yeah.
Hey there, welcome to this year's E4 Fantasy Football Preseason Show. As always, I'm your host, Migs. With me is Brian.
How you doing?
And we got Gage.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. It's been a full year since we've been on the show. Let's start off by talking about how did last year end for us. How was last year's fantasy season for y'all?
Last year was not good. Didn't win. Honestly, if you didn't win, you didn't have a good year. I don't care.
Yep. Started hot. Chris Godwin. Season died with Chris Godwin. His little ankle in our league. His little ankle went down, and that was killer for me. I think we like to eat some crow on here every time we come back. There's some players. Off the top of my head, I remember not being like kind of on the fence about Jamar Chase and wow. I think I was just concerned with Joe Burrow's health going into the season. It really wasn't a factor. And we all saw what Jamar Chase did last year. And
I think the big one I remember was our debate between Gibbs and Henry.
Oh, right.
And how right we both were.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
They both were monsters.
Sometimes we're both just right.
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah,
for sure.
You're gonna be happy with whoever you took there.
Yeah.
So that one worked out.
So y'all, we're all in multiple drafts. Did y'all do good in any of y'all's drafts? Any
I made it
close
to
winning?
to the Super Bowl and won.
Okay,
Lost
all right.
lost in there though.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
Yep.
No ships. A couple playoff appearances. No titles. Not a great year, but looking for a bounce back. So
I won only one of my drafts last season, and that's it. My other draft, my auction draft, did dog shit. Almost second to last place. I think y'all saw me.
Oh yeah.
You were at the bottom.
I
all
was
season.
on the bottom.
Yeah, you barely hung in. You barely survived.
barely managed to avoid last place.
Thought you were dead in the water, and you just somehow
Houdini'd it, dude.
got out of there.
All right, so this year I have Yahoo Sports top 40 picks, and I just kind of grouped them up, and like always, we'll just go through the groups, see how we feel about these players. These are not what I would say, draft in this order. These are just, what I say, not almost like tiers, but not our tiers. Just, where I think they should be kind of going as well. So if y'all are ready, we'll jump right into it.
Yeah, let's just jump. I want to say for this year, maybe we can talk a little bit about strategy before we get into the rankings.
Oh, yes.
So my strategy this year is to purely go off of feelings. I am getting rid of the data, not all of it. I'm getting rid of the deep data. So I'm not going into yards per run routes, people miss per tackle. I'm not going deep. I'll stay pretty surface level on the information, but I'm going about how I feel about the player. I'm looking something like let's just, for instance, Saquon.
Yeah,
I feel good. I feel good about that.
But
he's on my list of people.
And keeping it simple too. Like, how do you feel about the team? Like,
yes,
like good. Like, we want players on good teams who are going to score lots of points. Like, if you're on the fence about somebody and they're from the Jets.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, God, I hate being tied to
I
that
took Brees
organization.
Hall last year. I don't want to go through that again. I didn't feel good about it, but the data sucked me into it.
The Jets,
everyone said he's going to get all the catches. He's going to get all the usage.
Yep.
I'm not getting sucked into it. I'm not diving into that data. I'm just going off of my pure feelings.
I agree. I think there's high-power offenses you want to target, and teams like Jets, Bears, Saints, who haven't had great offenses lately and aren't really turning. There's some hype around the Bears. I'm not sold, and there's some teams like that I kind of don't want to be a part of. So yeah, I agree with you. I try to keep it simple, and who's a good team, who's a good offense, and who's a good player in that offense, and I want them on my team.
Yeah.
So,
hey, you want to laugh real quick? Brees Hall, Rashad White, Chris Olave, my first 3 picks. All the data said they would get high usage. There'd be bombs ranked high. Guess what? I didn't feel good about any of them, but the data got me.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it this year.
Yeah. And make you feel like you're getting value.
Yeah.
So I went last year on my auction draft that I did horribly on. I went nothing but value. I was that bargain shopper, at the grocery market, and I got burned completely. All my picks were abysmal. Man, I was also a victim of data, but oh well. This year, I have a similar strategy to yours. Right, your strategy is like instinct, whatever. Just
pure instinct.
Anti-data. Just go with how I feel about the player. This year, I'm just targeting kind of what Gage said. High output offenses. Also, I'm looking. One thing I told myself this year was, who do I see going to the playoffs? And those are the teams I need to draft from. That's what I'm telling myself. Like, who are going to be the divisional winners?
Yep.
And those are the teams I'm going to target as far as my drafts go.
It's good. I agree.
I think it's hard to go wrong that way.
Yep.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see this year. So that's my strategy going in. Gage, do you have any specific strategy you're going with?
I try. Not really. I'm. The one I'm focused on, I'm drafting 13th, so it's like kind of hard to formulate a strategy whenever there's so many other variables. You don't know who's falling to you.
That's true.
I'm just gonna try and take the best player off the board. I mean, obviously that's what everyone wants to do, right? But not think about it too much. Take the best player. I'm gonna wait on quarterbacks and tight ends. That for sure I know, and try to stack depth at receiver and running back.
Yeah, those
And
are
just
your,
try and get
your
the
money
best
makers,
best
right?
players from the best offenses, hopefully. So.
Okay. Well,
Okay, let's jump into the.
let's jump in it. All right, guys. We'll start off with the first three players on our list. We got Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, and Saquon Barkley. Are these guys pretty much just season winners for y'all?
Yeah, I think they're all interchangeable at that one spot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think anything weird if someone took Saquon or Bijan. I think it just depends if you want a stud wide receiver or stud running back. I think that's all preference of who you want. Maybe you looking in. Well, I guess once we get to the second round, see what kind of players are in the second round that you like that you can pair up with this first round. But yeah, personally, I would probably just take Jamar over
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, and like I said, this is feelings again, but Saquon has the. He has the Madden curse hovering over him now.
Oh, man.
It's like, man, how much do you believe in that?
I mean, history shows us one thing, right?
So,
Yeah, I think I like Jamar too. Like, that's the highest scoring offense of these three teams. Bijan, they've got Michael Penix coming in, so there's some change there. His opportunities are going to be tied to how well Michael Penix performs. So there's a little. I mean, he's going to get the volume. He's going to be a stud. He should be, right. I think for me, I'm probably going Jamar. I think Saquon might be even safer. I know he's got a little history of injury. But
Yeah.
for me, it's Jamar. But I totally understand anybody taking any of these guys number one overall.
Yeah. If it was me, I would take Barkley at the number one spots. I would say if any of these guys fall to number 4, if you're number 4, instantly pick up any one of these.
Yeah.
I see most drafts starting off with these three players instantly off the table. But yeah, I think all three players are all going to be great. Bijan's going to be great. Jamar Chase good. Saquon Barkley. I mean, what's not to say about him, right? Should we continue on?
Let's continue on.
All right, so the next squad of guys I got going on here, I got Justin Jefferson, Jamar Gibbs, CeeDee Lamb, and Christian McCaffrey.
So one thing I like after that first group is that now at this point, once Chase is gone, I think I would want to start attacking these elite running backs. I feel like there's a separation between Chase and then taking in Jefferson, Lamb. There's even with Jefferson, with what I think he has a little injury going on right now. But then you have his new quarterback, right? His unproven quarterback coming off of injury. And then you have CeeDee Lamb, who, I mean, us being, we're here in Texas. We see how Dak goes. He has those up and down seasons. Plus, they just got another player that we'll talk about, to pair with CeeDee Lamb. So you're not sure how that's going to go. So in this case, I want Jahmyr Gibbs. I saw how Jahmyr Gibbs did last year. I had him in one of my leagues. He was awesome. I feel better. I feel like I'm going to get better value from those players before I start hitting these wide receivers right here.
Yeah, I agree. I think he nailed it with Justin Jefferson. If I'm taking a receiver here, I'd much rather have CD. I know Cowboys fans will say what they want about Dak, but from a fantasy standpoint, he produces. I'm not worried about the addition of George Pickens over there. I think Dak is going to have one of his best fantasy years yet. So I think that's a good pick there, CD. I agree with Jameer. I'll probably take Jameer out of this bunch. Lions got a new offensive coordinator, so no telling how that changes. Maybe he catches some more passes. I think I saw somewhere he was lining up wide a little more. So we'll see how his usage goes. I still like Jameer. He's a freak. I'm probably going Jameer, CD, and then McCaffrey in here. He's 30-year-old Swiss cheese.
God.
I don't like. It's just not something I want to risk with my first round pick.
Editor, save that clip. Please,
save that.
If CMC ends up as RB1 at the end of the season,
it could happen,
dude. That's a big crow that you'll eat next year. Dude.
How do you feel about it, Miguel?
Actually,
CMC?
I think he's gonna have a good year. Only because I think San Fran, there's no one else in that backfield. There's no one else in the backfield. Their schedule looks good. Real easy. One of the easiest schedules of all the teams. And I get, here's the only backside what's kind of crazy about San Fran this year is that there's a lot of injuries on their team, but CMC is the only one that's healthy.
Well, it's
kind of a little backwards there.
He's coming off the Achilles, and that's something like, could that nag? Could that be re-aggravated? He's got a history of all sorts of different injuries, and like for all the reasons you're saying he's good, like he's the man there. He's going to get lots of work. That's also for me a reason to be cautious because he does have the injury history. He's going to get a lot of work. He's 30. How old is he? 30? He might be older than 30. He's at least 30.
29, 30. Yeah.
So. I'm cautious about it. Like, if he's healthy, he could win you a league for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would say this: Gibbs, safe option.
Yes.
If you're a gambling man, go with CMC.
The biggest gamble in the round.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I always say you shouldn't gamble round one, but every time I choose to roll that dice for some reason. I'm a gambling man.
For the love of God, get his handcuff if you draft that man.
Yeah.
You got to get Isaac Guerrero, which he's banged up too. And last year we saw that happen where you had Jordan Mason who was the handcuff, and then he got hurt, and then Isaac Guerrero. So it's like sometimes fantasy can be fickle like that sometimes. So
yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I think we touched on everyone here. Let's continue on. The next set of guys are actually all wide receivers. We have Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Puka Nacua, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think. I think Nico Collins is going to end up as the WR1 at the end of the season, dude.
that's insane.
That's what I think. I think that is. I also think, call me crazy, I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is a little high here. Puka Nacua, I think will do good. Malik Neighbors, I think will also do good. He got a little upgrade in quarterback, so I like them. But something about the Lions smells fishy to me. I don't know what it is, but I just like you said, go with feelings.
That's your feeling.
I don't think the Lions are going to win their division this year. Don't think it's going to happen.
Damn, he's got the Giants on this list, and he says the Lions smell fishy.
Dude, I don't feel good about the Giants. I don't want Malik Neighbors. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't even target him, even though he may do good. I just don't. Like I said, I don't want to have to deal with the Giants.
I've seen recently he's dealing with some soft tissue injury. Maybe it's back issues. I can't remember what exactly, but he has.
Well, Neighbors, I think it was his big toe.
I think there's something else now
it may
too.
have been. Oh, okay.
So I think I could be wrong, but I believe he's listed as questionable in the ESPN app at the moment. And that's something to monitor. I think if he's healthy though, like Miguel said, upgrade with Russ, and I'm expecting at some point Jackson Dart, the rookie, to take over, who's an absolute gunslinger. And so I like Malik Neighbors. I think he's a dark horse for wide receiver one. But out of this group, I think Nico Collins. I'd probably take Nico. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. I feel like that's the safest pick here, even though they do have the new OC. Every year people say Jameson Williams is going to come and have a bigger role, eat those targets. They've been saying that forever now since he's been in the league. And Amon-Ra is still gonna get those targets. I think really what that means with Jameson Williams is they're going to be looking to take a shot downfield with him more, but Amon-Ra is still going to get his double-digit targets and just be a ball hog out there. So I think that's the safe pick there. Nico Collins, They did draft a wide receiver, Higgins, so they have a rookie coming in. That line in Houston with C.J. Stroud, it'd be interesting to see how that improves. I do like Nico. I think I'm taking Amon-Ra here just for the safety because, Puka, they had added Devontae Adams, who actually I think for that value, I'd rather have Devontae in the second than Puka in the first, I think, especially dealing with Matt Stafford banged up. He's the toughest quarterback in football, but I don't know.
I got a bad feeling about that.
If Matt Stafford goes down, you're looking at a huge downgrade, and you're wishing you hadn't taken a first-round pick with Puka.
I don't feel good about that. I don't want Puka. There's just too much question marks around Matt Stafford right now. I don't feel good about Giants Malik Neighbors. I do feel good about Nico Collins. Watching it a lot last year, he's just a monster. I feel good about it. I feel good about him on Raw, just being on that offense. I don't see them slowing down this year. They're going to be in playoff contention. Give me those offenses that are good.
And what I like about the Lions is they have a good defense too. But if they're up however many points, they don't stop.
Right.
They'll just keep scoring points.
They're an aggressive team.
So you love to see that from a fantasy owner. If you could go 1, 2, 3, 4 list or ranking these 4 wide receivers, how would you do that?
I would go. I'll go Nico Collins, Neighbors, Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
St. Brown at the bottom of that list is surprising.
I'm almost Nico, Amon-Ra, Puka, Neighbors probably.
I'm gonna go
Neighbors, Puka.
I'm gonna say Nico, Malik or Amon-Ra. I think Malika's got that upside. Amon-Ra's just safer. I'll say for the upside, I'll go Malik, Malik, Amon-Ra, and then Puka. Just because Matt Stafford scares me.
Yeah.
But if he's healthy, then he's gonna ball. But
I would advise just to stay away from both those wide receivers with Matt Stafford.
Clip that.
Stay away.
That's if he gets hurt, though. What
he already is.
Yeah.
Dude, there's just
he's playing,
we've seen him play through so many injuries throughout his career.
He's a tough man, dude.
You're older. It's
he's
back,
getting
though.
old. You're
dude,
right.
Your back is done. Yeah.
Yeah, before you even start getting roughed up in the season.
Dude, you're about to get hit by freaking grown men.
Yeah.
Grown muscular men.
Just trying to avoid those kind of risks. So
right. Yes. This early, I'm not taking that risk.
I agree.
All right, let's go to the next.
All right, for the next group of guys, we have Drake London, Brian Thomas Jr., Devon Achane, and Ashton Genty. Did I say that right?
Yeah, no, you did. That's good.
Okay.
Love Drake London right here.
Really?
Yes, I love the offense. We have Bijan up there. Drake London did awesome last year. I just feel good. I feel like they're going to be a great offense. I wouldn't mind Drake London right here. Brian Thomas, maybe I still like London over him, but I know he's a monster. Probably just the Jaguars, like I said, kind of iffy on how I feel about the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, they're so hit or miss sometimes. And then Devon Achane, that's a tricky one for me. I think he may have just got injured recently in this past
He's always
game.
injured.
Yeah, and that's an iffy one. I probably stay away from him just to avoid risk. What are you thinking, Gage?
Yeah, I like Drake too. I like Drake London a lot. He was balling out last year. I think, I don't really know what to expect from Penix, to be honest. So, obviously he's relying on him. Brian Thomas Jr., it'll be interesting to see how involved Travis Hunter is because he is going to be starting. They have him listed as a starting wide receiver, and he is the third string cornerback. I just don't know if that guy can stay healthy. So, Travis Hunter, that is. He's not a big guy playing defense in the NFL. So we'll see how that goes. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is probably going to be a safe pick, probably going to ball out. But again, he's tied to one of those offenses. It's like, do I want to be hanging my hat on Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't. And Miami's another one of those teams. It's like, man, I feel like they're barely hanging on by a thread. Like Mike McDaniels could be gone midway through this season. They could be tanking. They could not care. I feel like Tyreek Hill doesn't care anymore really about, I don't know if he's just older and banged up or Tua's one concussion away from, then you have a whole nother, then the offense takes a big hit. I think Quinn Ewers might be the backup, or they've got Zach Wilson now. I don't know, but he is in contention for RB1 if he has a explosive season where Tua's healthy, and you might be worth taking a risk here.
It's an outcome.
He could be RB1. And I think in this list, I'll probably, if I'm going RB here, I think I roll that dice, but man, it feels bad. It feels not great.
I don't. Yeah.
But But man,
I'm avoiding that.
we've seen what he can do,
Yeah.
and man, when he's healthy, it's almost like a CMC situation, right? Like, but you know, Ashton Genty, he's supposed to be a workhorse, like the Raiders with Pete Carroll now, Geno, Brock Bowers. That offense is improving quickly. I think I like him there as a workhorse. I think if you're trying to be safer, I think you go Ashton over Devon Achane. But if you're trying to hit the home run, then I think you go Achane.
Yeah, agreed.
And, you know, as far as, like, Drake London or Brian Thomas, I think I like Drake London a little more. I'm not really sure why, though.
That's what Brian says, those feelings, dog.
just go off.
Just a better offense, right?
instincts.
It
Yeah.
should be a better
I
offense.
saw it last year. I mean, he was awesome last year. Why would he not be awesome this year?
Yeah, I agree.
All
I
right.
agree.
Anything in that?
Yeah, dude.
for
I
you?
got a hot take here, dude.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm saying that Genty is the home run in this group of guys
Could be
right
right.
here.
Oh.
You could be
I,
right.
I think he is. I think these Raiders are gonna come in and fucking just wreck shop, dude. And I think Genty is gonna be fucking great. I think he's gonna be the best player out of this group. Achane, I say he's gonna be number 2 out of this group because I think the Dolphins are coming back this year.
Wow.
I think they're gonna shake off all that fucking bad energy. They're gonna start working like a family down in Miami. They're gonna be a family. Fucking everyone's gonna get along. But they'll unfortunately meet their end at the Bills at the end of the season and stuff. But
they'll miss playoffs again.
But they'll still whatever. But I think Achane's going to do great. I think Tua hopefully stays healthy all season. Normally when Tua's healthy, Achane is doing great. So
Yeah,
you know,
I think you could.
I haven't, you know, I can't tell you that it is going to happen. I just hope it happens.
I think you could be
Yeah.
right with that, John, like the Genty pick. I think
That's
it could
possible.
And you know
happen.
what, Brian Thomas Jr. I think is a great player, fucking great athlete. But I think you hit the nail around the head. It's just I don't like the Jacksonville offense.
Yeah.
Don't
I
wanna
just
be
don't
tied to
like it. You know, and you know Drake London, I know y'all love Drake London. I just don't see him repeating what he did last year. You know, I think my hot take. I think he peaked last year.
Damn.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
And you know, I hate to chase last year's points. You know, I hate doing that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, especially
So-
with he's got a new quarterback. I mean, they did get some games together last season, but
Yeah, but I could be wrong. I could eat crow. I don't
Yep.
know, but
right.
Yep, we'll see.
let's go on. I got an interesting next list of guys for you here. I got Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, AJ Brown, and Brock Bowers.
I love this little section of players right here.
a good
Yeah.
section, isn't it?
And honestly, Derrick Henry, I feel could jump a few sections up.
Yeah,
sure.
like you can take Derrick Henry middle of the first round.
Sure.
Like I might even do that.
If they had him at the back end, like right with Jahmyr Gibbs, I would have been like, yeah, I see that.
Yes.
Like I could have seen him grouped in that location, and I don't, he's getting older, but he's a freak. He's
Yeah.
showing no signs of slowing down. Offense, no real big changes in that offense. Another strong offense that you like to be a part of, especially in the run game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's a really safe pick. So
If you were at number 7 and you see Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry,
you gotta go with Henry. I mean,
I'm
they're both
going
about
with
the
Henry,
same
right?
age.
Yeah, I'm
Take
going
the
with
dude who's
Henry.
not
Yeah.
injured.
right?
Take the guy who's
But
gonna
also, I feel the same way about Chase Brown. I feel like he's going to do great. Derrick Henry's
yeah.
good, but Derrick Henry, you got to also understand that Lamar Jackson is there too.
Sure.
So he's going to be taking some goal line shit.
And I know last
Yeah.
year Keaton Mitchell had been injured, and he should be back. I don't know how involved with the offense he's going to be. Keaton Mitchell's still there.
Yeah.
And so we'll see how they
I
decide.
think Mitchell was looking good.
But
Is Mitchell still there?
Yeah.
He's still.
but clearly, that Henry's the goal line guy.
we have a
so-
whole year sample size of what Henry did, and no changes. Like I don't know. I just
Set him and
maybe
forget
I
him.
am chasing last year's points, but I feel good about that.
I
Like,
think Derrick Henry's going to do what he did last year.
yeah, he should be
I
way
think
higher
Chase
than.
Brown's going to be even better though. But yeah, I agree. I think Chase Brown and Derrick Henry should both be higher on this list.
Like, do you want Genty over Chase Brown?
I would go Chase Brown over Genty.
Okay, so he's up there. So he's a home run.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, that's
It's possible.
Only because I like
Feel good offense.
the
Yeah.
Bengals offense
Yes.
more than I like the Raiders
That's what it
offense.
comes
Agreed.
down to. So,
Yeah.
like, you want the guys who are going to be scoring points. Chase Brown, there's no clear competition for him in that backfield. He's great catching passes. high-powered offense, gonna have the ball, gonna be in the red zone. I like Chase Brown here too, and I might I'd probably consider him over Jonty.
Yeah.
And and if you're gonna be risk adverse, like over a Chan even possibly. So
Probably.
I like
Very
that
much.
offense, and I like that running back a lot. And
Same.
it's good to see him. He's ranked 17 on Yahoo Sports, and like in a lot of other lists, I see him like mid to late second round, which I feel like is insulting to him because I think he's going to ball out this year.
Yeah. A little further
Yeah,
back.
and so also I like to point out, we have AJ Brown, and I feel like AJ Brown is going to be one of the last like real elite wide receivers that we see for a little bit. If you took running back round 1 and you're here, do you take AJ Brown just to get a receiver, or do you think you double down with 2 running backs?
Well, if Henry's there, I mean, I'm definitely taking Henry. If Henry or Chase Brown there, I'm
So
definitely
you're
taking
taking
that.
them over AJ Brown?
Yes, it
Yes.
doesn't matter what I went in the first round.
Okay, all right.
But AJ Brown, I think is a solid lock for a producer in the season. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, and AJ Brown's getting a little older. Like this is a run-heavy offense. I think they have a new offensive coordinator. Is that right? I can't remember if that's right or not. But I did hear that they wanted to get a more balanced attack in their offense. So maybe that is going to be a little spark to help him produce more. I think I'm going to try to avoid these older guys. And it's a good offense. I don't know. It's just not a sexy pick this year, right? Like, I'm sure he'll be solid and he'll
Been
produce.
around, yeah.
And
He's getting into that Mike Evans kind of.
yeah, he's getting up there in years. And I'm sure he'll be solid.
He's gonna be great, dude. But it's just like, I don't know. You don't feel excited drafting him, but
Yeah.
maybe I do. I don't know. I would be happy if I got AJ Brown,
Yeah, I think he's still.
but he's just been around for so many years. Like,
Is it because he's just not new and hot anymore?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it is. It's like,
Yeah.
old AJ Brown here. He coming up,
he's
whatever.
the old-
Yeah.
yeah, he's become the girlfriend.
But yeah, I
He's
agree.
like-
I agree.
You know?
I
Like,
agree with Brian. If I'm pick 16 and these are the guys I'm looking at, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, AJ Brown, then I think you try to get the best at the RB position because you're looking
Yeah.
at a wide receiver. He's listed wide receiver 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone before you potentially has a better wide receiver. I feel like is going to have
Yeah.
a better. Everyone we talked about, I think for the most part, will have a better season than AJ Brown. And I don't think you want to be playing catch up. You want to get advantages in your positions, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go the running backs here. I think AJ Brown's going to be solid and he'll have big games, but for some reason it's just not sexy, and I don't know. But Brock Bowers, that's like talking about positional advantage. You see the first tight end. How do we feel about Brock Bowers being right here at number 19 overall?
I think this is. I guess this goes into also strategy and personal preference. Do you take the tight end? And I think for most leagues, this is probably like the middle second round, end of second round.
Yeah.
I think man,
Do you take a tight end this early?
I don't know how I probably don't, and I think it's just the opportunity cost of what's around this section. Like I would rather have an AJ Brown or a Chase Brown or even some of these players that we'll talk about later on. I don't know. I feel like I could possibly find a similar value. We hope to. Like for instance, Brock Bowers was like 10th round last year. He's you can find value at tight end later on. I think it's a lot harder to find value in the wide receiver running back group later on. So I'm trying to just fill these spots in as much as I can.
Yeah, I think it's a little early for a tight end. I mean, you could go with it if you want, but is Bowers that elite? Is Bowers going to be the tight end one?
He is elite. He could be elite, but also what he did last year is completely different now with Pete Carroll, with a new running back. It's just like it's hard to kind of take that and say, okay, we don't know what it's going to translate to this year.
Yeah.
So is he going to repeat? Is he going to have a similar role? I mean, it's hard to tell.
I mean, for him to justify taking him there, he does need to have like a big season, right? Like who are the other guys that have historically been taken this early at the tight end position? We're talking like
Kelsey, Jimmy Graham,
Travis Kelsey,
Gronk.
Jimmy Graham, Gronk,
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews was around
Andrews,
here, yeah,
pretty
at
up
one
there.
point.
And
Yep.
I mean, I
But
think
those
he's-
are also league winners too. Some years,
Sure.
if you took Kelsey, you won your league.
And
Same thing with Mark Andrews.
Jimmy
He-
Graham with
he
Drew
won-
Brees.
he won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham with Drew. I mean, he needs to have that type of season, though. And I'm not saying he can't. It's just there's a lot. It's like, gosh, dude, the Raiders have been bad. Like, are they going to be good? Like, it's hard to tell.
One thing,
So
I've never even. I just thought about this now, but have we ever seen a Pete Carroll tight end explode, like in his years in
the
Seattle?
Seahawks never really.
Right? I really can't think of anything. So like, what?
Who do they have? Was that Fance?
They had Greg Olson for a little bit, like old Greg Olson, right?
Olsen.
That's what like.
But he was old.
I don't know. Like how much is Pete Carroll going to utilize him, or if he's just
I
going
don't
to
know.
stick to his old bones and.
Yeah, I do think the Raiders are going to be good this year, but I don't know if that justifies Bowers going this early in the draft.
And not just Pete Carroll. When has Geno Smith done? What has Geno Smith done with his tight ends? Really,
Yeah.
like I don't know that he's really had notable tight ends ever
I don't
again
know,
in
man.
Seattle or in like what was he, a Jet for a while?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like I don't feel good about the offense. Question marks around him. I'm probably avoiding.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, the next group of guys are interesting for me. We got at number 20, Bucky Irving, and then 21 is Trey McBride, followed by Ladd McConkey and Jonathan Taylor.
You can start this one off. What you
So
think?
here, Bucky Irving, I think is going to do great. I think he's the pick out of these guys. Trey McBride, I don't know. This is we're talking about pick 21, so that could be what end of the
Second, probably.
You may begin of the third if you only have like an 8-man league.
8 or 10, yeah.
Still, the Cardinals tight end, I still wouldn't do it. I'm not hot on that. I don't love it. McConkey, I also don't love it. I don't know. I think he's going to do good, but I still think it's a little high for me. I'd rather go Jonathan Taylor or Bucky Irving in this in these group of guys, and I would feel good about it. I wouldn't feel that great with the other two.
I think that's pretty similar to how I feel. Actually, that's exactly spot on to how I feel about these guys. I think Bucky Irving's going to be awesome this year.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do really good if he can stay healthy. He's kind of has a little slimmer, smaller, physique at running back, but I think he's going to be awesome. I love the offense. I love the players. I feel good about the team. I want Bucky Irving.
I think he's placed right where I would want him, right? Like
Yeah.
after Derrick Henry and Chase Brown, then I'm looking at
Yeah.
Bucky, So, yeah.
Trey
Gage?
McBride. Oh, go ahead, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Bucky. I mean, like Brian said, offense is great. Out of this group, I think Ladd McConkey is poised for a breakout year.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Tell us about it.
I
yeah.
think he had a great rookie season, lots of targets. They did add Keenan Allen back, which I mean he's older, he's kind of injury prone. I don't think that really is gonna eat into Ladd too much. I like having another weapon out there to kind of free the guys up where they can't just bracket him all game. So I like, and they should have a strong running game too. So I like Ladd. I think he's going to get a lot of opportunity. Justin Herbert's a great quarterback. I think he's going to have a lot of opportunity. I think he's going to have a breakout season. And I think he's probably placed, appropriately. So I like Ladd there. The Colts are another one of those weird teams, like Anthony Richardson. Fool me once, not again, dude. I like, and then the backups, Daniel Jones. It's like, I don't know. I think I'm just fading the Colts entirely this year. Just like we're saying, I want good offenses. I don't want to be attached to these teams with question marks around them, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
I will say though, Jonathan Taylor has no one else back there with him though.
yeah,
He is going to get all the work. So on an offense, I feel like he's the number one pick. Like he should be getting the ball the most. So he could be a workhorse and get you a lot of points on an offense that isn't that hot.
he's fucking he's King Turd on shit mountain, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
But
You still want Bucky probably over.
you want
over him.
Bucky.
Yeah, I like all that red hot fucking Buccaneer offense, baby.
I like Ladd too. Kyler, I don't know what's up with Kyler. Like this Arizona offense, like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride, they should be balling out. I'm not sure. And Trey McBride did have a good season, but I think for me personally, I'm not gonna take a tight end this early. I'm trying to stack those skill positions. So I'm fading Trey McBride. He's gonna have a good solid season. I'd rather have Ladd or Bucky for sure. Fading Jonathan Taylor just because the Colts are the Colts.
Now, let me just ask you real quick. You said you still don't want to take a tight end this early. Is it because that the cliff for tight ends isn't that high? Like, the elite tight ends versus your average tight ends, or you say they're all just kind of similar?
Well, Well, if you can, I think there is a clear there's a clear first tier with these guys that we're talking about here,
Yeah.
Bowers and Trey McBride. I'm just not sure that it's worth passing up these skill players when you could wait all draft and take 2 tight ends with your last 2 picks, and hopefully one of them pans out, and you're not spending second round pick on a tight end.
Like finding a serviceable tight end at the very end of the draft is probably a lot more easier than finding a serviceable running back, wide receiver.
Because I will say this: there's only 3 tight ends on this list of guys that we're going through today. The top 40 on Yahoo Sports. So are the other tight ends? Are they what? You talking a few points difference per game compared to these guys?
There's guys out there like Evan Ingram, who's a little older, who's got a new team with the Broncos and Bo Nix. He could be a good value pick. I mean, he's still probably going a little earlier than I like. I mean, there's rookies out there like Warren. He's with is he the Colt now? Is that right? I think he's the Colts. But I mean, still, I don't know. You can take flyers on these guys, and not spend draft capital that could go other places.
I get what you're saying. I just wanted to pick your brain in for a sec.
Sure.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next group of guys. We have Josh Jacobs, Omarion Hampton, Kyrene Williams, and Josh Allen. We got a quarterback.
First quarterback
On the list at 27. What are we thinking about these guys?
I like all the running backs right here. Josh Jacobs, I had him last year. He was just a stud. Still with Green Bay. Now, the Green Bay has a lot of injuries right now, so kind of don't feel good about the team as we speak. Omarion Hampton, a lot of hype coming out of college, rookie. And honestly, I think taking a chance on one rookie, whether if it's Genty, whether if it's Omarion Hampton, I typically like to take a chance on one of these rookies. One of them is going to explode. One of them is going to have a good year. He's in a good situation, kind of going off what Gage said with the Chargers. Everything looks good for him. Kyrene Williams, go back to how we feel about the whole team. I don't want to deal with anything with Stafford. Stafford leaves, he's taking a hit too. What do you think about those running backs, Gage?
I think Josh Jacobs should be higher on this list. I wouldn't have been surprised at all to see him right next to Chase Brown, right between Chase Brown and A.J. Brown. This is a run-heavy offense. He's a stud. I don't know. I would rather have Josh Jacobs than Jonathan Taylor or Bucky Irving, I think. Just because, Jacobs is the workhorse here. Bucky Irving, Rashad White is still in Tampa Bay, and I don't think he's going to go away. He'll still be there on passing downs.
Sure.
I just think I want the workhorse, and I think Josh Jacobs is that guy for Green Bay, and they should be a better than average offense. So with not a lot of changes going on over there. So I think he should be higher on this list. Out of this group, I definitely like Josh Jacobs the most. Omarion Hampton, I know Najee's over there with one eye. So I don't really know, maybe with that injury, I don't know how that plays out. He is a rookie. I don't know.
I think he was a first round. Wasn't he? Was he not? He's drafted very high.
Yeah.
And so who's the coach there? And the coach has the style for the Harbaugh.
Right.
He loves to run the ball. Harbaugh running back. I like it. I mean, I like the situation. I feel good about it. I wouldn't mind taking a shot on him there.
Yeah. But again, I wouldn't expect him to be the workhorse. And I think if we're taking running backs in this area, I guess he's kind of appropriately priced.
Yeah.
And people do have their concerns with Kyrene Williams. Even if Stafford were healthy, I think people are still worried about Blake Corum, and there's another guy. They drafted another guy over there. And, they say Kyrene Williams has had his fumbling issues. I really wouldn't be too concerned about other guys eating away at Kyrene Williams, but like Brian said, I'm kind of just not wanting to take the risk because it's all hanging on Stafford, So if he goes down, then this whole offense is going to tank with him. So I think Josh Jacobs for sure. Yeah. Omarion Hampton probably will pan out, but I don't know if I want to take that risk here though. Josh Allen, if you're looking to get a quarterback early, I think this is the guy. I'm not going to. It'd be a great pick, right? I think for my strategy, I'm going to still try to stack the skill players, but clearly he's going to be. I think he's definitely in contention for QB1 for the season.
Interesting, dude. Real interesting. All right, guys. I got a couple hot takes in these little group of guys right here.
Okay, give it
All
to
right.
us.
Well, look, I love a lot of these guys here. Hampton's the only one that I'm a little unsure about. But, I mean, he's a rookie. I feel like you can't be 100% on any rookie, right? Josh Jacobs, I think he's going to be a fucking stud this year. Better than last year. I will even say Green Bay wins this division this year. Even though they have injuries, I think Jordan Love's going to fucking pull that shit together and produce a fucking...
I think Jordan Love's injured too.
No, he's going to pull it together,
Dude, they're
Brian.
all like all his
gonna
wide
do it.
receivers are injured. He has a little injury.
Right.
It's literally I guess
Damn,
it's the Josh
They're
Jacobs show.
going
Right?
Is he-
to do it.
Is he really injured? What kind of injury?
Hot take.
What kind of
He
injury
had-
does Jordan Love have?
He had something.
Yeah, you
Keep
look
going,
it up.
I'll
You look
look
it
it
up while I keep going. Kyrie Williams, I think, is another great pick. Now, here's the thing, guys. Yeah, we're talking about Stafford earlier if he gets hurt. So the other person that the Rams got is Adams, Devontae Adams. So they have Adams, they have Puka Nacua, and Williams in the backfield, dude. That is a high caliber offense. He's surrounded by weapons. If he stays healthy, I think Rams could do a lot of good things this year. I think they could produce a lot of fucking points, and I don't think any NFL teams are going to be able to stop them. But the old man has to stay healthy.
True.
That's the thing, right? So it's like, the Rams are on a nice edge. Either they're going to fall one way and do great, or Stafford's going to hurt his back and fucking it's all going to be for nothing, and Devontae Adams is going to be pissed again.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, winning the Super Bowl, baby. I'm calling it right now, dude. Put all my chips on the Bills. I think you can never go wrong picking the quarterback that's going to win the Super Bowl. And I think Josh Allen still has his legs. He's going to pass for a shitload of fucking points. And Bills are going to obviously win their division, win the Super Bowl. I think Josh Allen at this point at pick 27, I wouldn't be mad if anyone picks him.
I think a lot of teams won their league because of Josh Allen last year. Like,
Yeah.
he was dropping 40s, and I mean, gosh, I mean, he's great. I think if I was going to take a quarterback, he'd be the one.
Wasn't there a trade in our league, in our auction lead?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
got
it was-
traded in our league.
Just a horrific trade.
A horrific trade
dumb,
that affected a lot of shit, right?
I think the recipient of Josh Allen won the league, and the person who traded it got last place.
Yeah. And he
So
learned-
that's
he learned
that's
his
how
lesson.
good that trade was.
Yeah.
That's how good.
So, but that's the past. We're moving on.
collusion.
Yeah.
Right. God bless.
All right, but those are my hot takes. I'm full of hot takes today, but we'll continue on. We have Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, George Kittle, and Jackson Smith. I can't say his name for me, Brian.
Just don't even try it, dude.
Yeah. Don't JSN.
JSN.
Okay. So I guess to wrap that last one, so Jordan Love had surgery to repair a ligament on his left thumb this month.
But it's his
So-
non-throwing arm. That's right. It's
he's fine.
His thumb on his non-throwing arm. The boy's good. He's good.
Boy's got
Yeah,
a
we
thumb
know.
on his arm.
It's just another thing. But okay, so Josh Allen, I really
Oh yeah.
like Lamar Jackson over Josh Allen.
Wow.
And I think last year the points, there was a separation between Lamar and Josh, like to where Jackson finished, it may have been, if I remember correctly, it had to be like 50 plus points between him.
And that's gonna probably all be like rushing upside from
Yeah.
Lamar, right? Like he's
Yeah.
just such a rushing threat.
So is Allen.
Right.
but not like Lamar though.
It's just like there's
Lamar
Lamar.
also has Henry.
But I guess
That's true.
I wouldn't feel a certain way if someone did take Josh Allen. If someone believes in Josh Allen a little bit
I wouldn't
more
be
than
mad.
Lamar,
I wouldn't be mad.
Fact check this, but I'm pretty sure he's like number one in the league for scramble yards, like non-design.
he is.
Non-design
I'm not
runs.
going to check it.
Yeah,
he is.
yeah, we don't need to check that.
feel good about it. We feel
Like,
good.
so
I feel good about it.
not only
It's
is he going to
fact.
get his rushing yards from like improvising scramble plays, but they're going to design stuff for him too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be upset at anyone for picking Lamar over Josh. Like either way, I mean,
it should be those two before we get to Jaden Daniels and I guess even a further one, Hurts, which those are kind of like grouped as like the top four. But at least that's the order. It should be a mix of Lamar, Josh, and then maybe the other two, Hurts, and then the one in our group right now, Jaden Daniels.
All right.
But am I taking a quarterback? I might, honestly. Like if I get to this point and one of these guys are there, I feel good, man. It just like it feels good. I've had Josh for many years. It just feels good going into my week, knowing that Josh has me.
Yeah.
That I have him. Like, and other Josh owners will know, or any owners that have these really awesome quarterbacks. Like there's honestly like a safe floor. You just like, okay, like
Yeah.
I can rely. It's just, it feels good. You feel protected. So
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
I enjoy taking. I either believe in at this point you're either taking a tight end and punting on QB or taking a QB and punting on tight end. So like at least hit one of those onesie positions.
I'm punting
at
both.
some point.
I'm punting both.
Or you punt both. Yeah. Or you punt
like,
both.
well, it also depends how big your league is, right? If you're in an 8-man league, maybe go get a elite quarterback, elite tight end. But if you're in like a 14. Like depth is crucial in those leagues. So it kind of depends on your league a little bit, but for me, I'm mostly talking about I'm in a 14. Me and Brian are both in a 14-man together, and that's like really where I'm talking about for me. And when I'm talking about this, that's really what I'm thinking about. So, but the size of your league does matter for sure. What do we think about this next group of guys here?
Yeah, let me run through them one more time. I said Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, George Kittle, and JSN.
Yeah. How do you feel about any hot takes on this one?
Yes, my hot take: George Kittle, tight end number 1 in the year. He's gonna be it, dude.
He was tight end 1, or was he? He was 1 or 2 last year, right? He had to be.
I gotta
was up
check
there.
on that. He was up
that'd be
there.
interesting.
But I think he's gonna do great.
Yeah.
On San Fran.
But same reasons you mentioned for Christian McCaffrey, the whole team's injured.
Exactly.
George
dude.
Kittle.
George Kittle is gonna do it, dude.
I'm just avoiding these injury-prone guys. I think like he's older. He's soft tissue injuries. He misses a lot of games. If he's healthy, he's gonna be tight end 1. I believe that. But I think that's why he's so low on this list is because you never know how many games is this guy gonna play. Mm-hmm. So for that reason, I'm gonna try to avoid Kittle.
But if you do take a tight end, I would rather have George Kittle probably here instead of Bowers
I
way
agree.
up there.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Lamar, stud. He's got a 50-burger potential every game.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're going to take a QB early, him or Josh Allen for sure probably would be the guys you want.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, kind of surprising to see him above Hurts. Is anyone else kind of surprised by that or no?
No.
I am.
Like,
if the roles were switched, if it was Hurts at 29 instead of Jaden Daniels, I would think that'd be more accurate.
I think Daniels is clearly the better pocket passer and probably the better all-around quarterback. But, just Jalen Hurts tush push at the goal line.
Yeah.
It's just automatic. So, he's going to get a lot of those.
Yeah, I don't think in any draft I would take Jaden Daniels right here.
No.
I don't think any of my drafts I would.
Okay.
He's a great quarterback. I think there's like a really big fall off between Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and then Jaden Daniels. And to see them like next to each other might be a little deceiving. Like I don't think you're gonna get Lamar Jackson numbers out of Jaden Daniels. He's gonna be really good. I think he'll be a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not getting Lamar or Josh, then I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting and trying to get some value later, stack those skill positions. That's how I feel about Jaden Daniels. I don't know about JSN this year. That's going to be different with Sam Darnold there, and Cooper Kupp.
I think that whole thing's hard to predict.
Yeah.
That whole new coach, is it Sam Darnold, And
JSN had a great season last year.
Yeah.
He really did have a really good season. I don't know if I really want to take a risk on Sam Darnold and a new coach at this point in the draft, because look at this name we got coming up right after JSN.
Yeah,
it's exactly what we were talking about. Like T. Higgins, like the next guy on this list, T. Higgins. That's arguably the best offense in the league.
Yeah,
he's a stud, huge red zone target.
Yeah,
he's got top 10 wide receiver potential, and that's a great value at this point.
Yeah, well, let's move on to the next one, because I feel like all 4 of these names are real interesting. We have T. Higgins, Kenneth Walker, James Cook, and Garrett Wilson.
So I enjoy this group because if you went, let's say, double wide receiver and you come and you see Kenneth Walker here, just an absolute monster of a man. Like, dude, I want Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
You have James Cook, who is on another high-powered offense with Josh Allen. I think he had, was
both
like 15,
both
16
these
touchdowns.
16 touchdowns.
16 touchdowns. Yeah, great offense. Like, man, you can get this running back right here.
Yeah, and people are calling for regression from him. I'm not scared. I'll take James Cook there.
Yeah.
I like James Cook. I like James Cook where he's at right here. Kenneth Walker, I'm like, for the reasons we talked about earlier, what's that offense going to do? Sam Darnold, he's got a history of injury. He's getting up there in years. Like, maybe if maybe you roll the dice and just like if you're gonna take him, you got to take Charbonnet later, right? Because he does have that injury history.
Yeah.
I'd rather have James Cook.
Yeah.
Just for the
I agree.
offensive questions we got there, but I think Kenneth Walker, if healthy, he's gonna be a monster again.
Yeah.
Out of these guys, though, I like T. Higgins. I think he's low on this list. T.
Yeah,
Higgins
that's
below JSN is disrespectful.
Yeah. And Garrett Wilson, we should just say Jets.
Fade
the Jets.
the Jets.
No Jets this year.
You'll
Go
but
ahead.
they're gonna put
What
up
do you
points.
think?
They're
What do
gonna
you
put
think,
up
Migs?
points somewhere, dude. Like
I don't care. That's what they
You
said
know-
last year. That's what
you're just scorned, Brian.
Yeah.
You've been hurt.
No Jets.
You've been hurt. Garrett Wilson. He's a good pickup if you need a wide receiver.
Justin Fields.
But out of these four guys, he's definitely last on the list I'm picking. T. Higgins all day, dude. Love it, dude. Love it. I wouldn't be mad if someone picked him a little earlier too. Kenneth Walker, I think it's gonna be great. I think Seahawks are gonna do good. Maybe not win their division, but I still think they're gonna be
I could see
a good team.
I could see T. Higgins being up there where AJ Brown was, like around like
Yeah.
top 20. I think this is real disrespectful to T. Higgins. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna do a lot better than this. Garrett Wilson. I don't trust Justin Fields. I hate the Jets. The Jets. I don't want anything to do with the Jets. I'm fading the Jets.
All the Jet fans
I think
just
for,
like
for
turned
me,
off
out of this group,
fucking,
I like
Yeah, never unsubbed.
no,
I like-
guys.
yeah, all those Texas New York Jet fans. Yeah, and so, T. Higgins, clearly number one. I feel like in this group. Then I'd probably go James Cook and then Kenneth Walker and just completely fade Garrett Wilson and the Jets. And he'll have good games, I'm sure.
I think James Cook is an excellent pickup here as well. I know there were some contract issues going on with him,
Got solved.
but I think all that got solved. I think he wants to prove that he's going to fucking be a winner, and he's going to fucking do it. Like I said, Bills are going to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm calling it, dude. Fucking calling it. Y'all ready to move on?
Sure.
Really, our last.
All right.
Yeah. Our last.
This is the last. To end the top 40, we have Mike Evans, Jalen Hurts, Tyreek Hill, Marvin Harrison Jr.,
You can skip this one.
and Brees Hall.
We don't need
Yeah, I'll give you a real quickly what I feel. Mike Evans is my boy, one of my favorite players. But man, he's just getting up there, just dealing with injuries. I think it's just time to move on from Mike.
Dang.
Like try and see if you can get him to fall. Catch him maybe later. You can get some value, but man, right here, like gosh, Mike, I love you, Mike. I love you, Mike. I'm sorry, but think of passing on Mike, Tyreek.
But you're right. He might fall because I feel like a lot of people feel that way about
Yeah.
Mike Evans.
Yeah.
So you might catch him later on, a couple of rounds later, and I think that would be a great pickup.
I think for this price, we're passing on Mike.
Okay.
And Tyreek. They're both older guys. Like Tua
Man.
hanging on by a thread.
Tyreek.
Passing on
over here is
Tyreek.
crazy. Just like being at 38.
Yeah.
We know his talent and like he's been a monster.
Yeah,
Just, like,
because last year wasn't he going like round one?
he was round one. Yeah, he
Round
might have
one
been
last
like
year.
wide receiver 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's just like God, but you
Is,
just like
is there
it's
any
just
hope for him
such a
to
t-
put up
I
those
don't
numbers
know.
again? I mean, he's still
There is.
he's still a freak. He's still. I mean, if,
There is hope.
If Tua does good, if he stays healthy,
Yeah.
There is
I
hope,
mean,
If
if he stays healthy, you're right. It's a little bit of a
God.
gamble
Yeah.
here, but Hill is one of the most elite receivers we have.
that's a gambling man's choice
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Tyreek than Mike. I'll say that. That hurts me to say.
Mm.
Just for the upside that Tyreek brings. I mean, we've seen.
Well, what about the other guy, Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I'm done.
You throw him in.
I'm done waiting for Arizona to get their shit together
Yeah.
and figure out how to incorporate him in the offense because they're not using him to what his potential is. So
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
want to
alright.
be like hanging on to. That's kind of just like another organization. I really don't want the pass catchers in this organization because I'm not really the Arizona offense just isn't really doing it for me.
Yeah.
Brees Hall, C. Garrett Wilson,
Yeah. All other Jets.
Jalen Hurts. If you want to take a quarterback here, that's fine.
I'd be great happy getting Hurts right
Yeah,
now.
be happy getting Hurts here. I think I'd probably. I mean, if these are the guys you're looking at, like just take Hurts, dude. Like, if these are the guys
He's
you're looking
going to
at.
give you points,
Take
right?
Hurts,
think
take a shot on Tyreek. Man, because
Yeah.
if Tyreek is what he was, what we known him to be, like wow, what a jewel that you're finding.
Yeah,
You're
right.
in your
What a
fourth, like this
diamond
is
in
like
the rough,
fourth
dude.
pick, maybe third pick. You're probably getting third.
Are y'all taking a shot on any of these guys in your league?
If I do, it would be Tyreek.
Yeah.
Well, let's look a little deeper, guys. Let's look
Go.
a little deeper if you don't like these guys here,
Okay, let's go a little bit more.
You have Alvin Kamara, Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, and another one, Devontae Smith, and James Conner as well, all from 40 to 50. Like, James Conner, yes, he's on the Cardinals, but he's getting all the workload there.
He's older, too.
He's older.
Usually
He had a
injury
great
prone.
season.
Yeah.
I think out of those guys, like,
I
if
know
I,
y'all
if I
want-
had to own someone for the Cardinals, I think it would be James Conner.
Yeah.
I am, like, kind of concerned with his injury history and his age,
Yeah.
but he's going to be the workhorse, and there's not a lot of workhorses in this league, so I think he's, like, taking a shot on. Like, Alvin Kamara is an interesting one because, man, this Saints team is supposed to be bad.
Yeah,
But
they're
he's
dog.
he's a superstar on a bad team. So it's like, what do? I think I'm just going to try to avoid the bad offense. As awesome and, like, as tempting as a player Alvin Kamara is, like, try not to get drawn in by the flashy shiny stuff,
Yeah.
and because the Saints suck.
Yeah.
So
How many touchdowns are you going to get?
yeah, so I think it's hard. I love Alvin Kamara. He's been so good, but Saints are just going to be that bad, I think.
Yeah.
So
Devontae Smith stands out in this group.
I think so.
again,
I
just
think that's good
high-powered.
value.
Yeah.
Also in this group, I didn't mention, what about Xavier Worthy? We haven't talked any Chiefs at all.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Like, I like Rashee Rice, but man, with his suspension,
I think is he playing the first four?
he has a hearing on September 30th.
Okay.
And so that means he'll play a couple games.
That's really
But
interesting.
then I heard they were like wanting to do double-digit suspension for him, and then the player association, I can't say that word,
Yeah.
association, said there was no precedent for that, so they challenged it. So I mean, to try and get a guy for double-digit games is, I mean, doesn't
That's
look
wild.
good, right?
Yeah.
So you
It's
could be
another-
looking at like 6 games hurts, 6 zeros on the game
Yeah.
log. It's not what you want to see. So I mean, someone's got to get targets in Kansas City. Travis Kelce's there. He's old. They have Hollywood Brown. He might be a good value pick late. Hollywood Brown if he stays healthy. But I think Xavier Worthy. I don't know if he had his he had his spots last year where he had big plays, but he didn't get a lot of volume. He had explosive plays, not a lot of volume. I don't know if that's really what I want to hang my hat on this
hold
early
on.
in the round.
You got any hot takes on this last group of guys right here?
Oh, dude, do I? Do I?
Give it to
All
us.
right,
Tell
this is
me.
what I'm saying. This is what I'm thinking. Alvin Kamara at this range, I think he's a good pickup, only for the same reasons I see James Conner, because he's going to be a workhorse, and there's no one else. Olave, get out of here. He's not getting nothing. Scary Terry, I think is a good pickup as well. I wouldn't be upset about Scary Terry.
Did they resolve his contract stuff? Is he still kind of? Yeah, I know he requested a trade.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think they'll trade
I don't
him.
think that's unsolved. I haven't seen
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything either.
I think if he stays, that could be great value right there. That might be like the value of that round right there. If he resigns to Washington, I mean, I think people are kind of scared by that uncertainty of his contract and where he's going to end up, but I'm pretty sure he's going to stay in Washington. And if he does, that's like, I think, league-winning potential right there. He has
For sure.
top 5
I
wide
think so
receiver
too,
potential.
dude. I love it. Devontae Adams, I'm actually stepping back from Devontae Adams.
I like him.
You like him?
He's one of the only older fellas that I would consider here.
Oh, is that a personal thing, or do you think he's
well-
actually going to score the points? Because he's going to have
He's just been so
Puka Nacua to compete with. He has Kyron Williams in the backfield, and then you also have a shaky Stafford as well.
If Stafford's healthy, I think, Devontae Adams is still proven he's still got it. I mean,
Okay,
he had a
all
great
right,
season
all right.
last year. But, like, again, it's just Stafford's health is what we're
With
talking
me,
about here.
I'm a little uncomfortable picking him this early. If he falls maybe just like one more round, I'd feel better about it.
I agree.
Worthy, I think, is a gamble because I think the Chiefs. Who knows who the fuck they're going to pass it to?
I would like to see more volume from, like, he hasn't gotten a whole lot of volume, and I don't think, like, his last year's production, like, the way they use him warrants him being taken that early. But
And what are we thinking about Pickens, real quick?
ooh,
I like
sleeper.
Pickens. Yeah, sleeper.
A sleeper?
Could
think so.
could get a lot more value for where you're getting them at.
Yeah, because I think the Dallas Cowboys. So here's my hot take on the Dallas Cowboys. As a Cowboys fan, I know I'm going to get some fire from this, but I don't think we're going to have a good record this season. But I do think that we are going to still score a lot of points. I just think we're not going to score enough points to win the games. Like, we're going to lose a lot of games by one possession kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
I think George Pickens is going to pick up a lot of points. He was great with the Steelers. I had him last year for the Steelers, and I loved him. I thought he did good. James Conner, I'm actually a little high on James Conner here. I like James Conner. Same reason for San Francisco. They have an easy schedule, one of the easiest schedules in the NFL, and he's their workhorse. He's the go-to guy in that backfield, and he's also their goal line guy, so...
Yeah, I might like him more than Kamara just because I think that offense is a little better.
Yes, actually, for sure. Out of these guys right here, if I had a pick,
Which is crazy.
James Conner is the guy I'm picking out of these.
Saying that out
10
loud is crazy.
guys.
Connor over Kamara, but man,
Yeah.
hey, 2025.
Yeah. The only one I didn't mention from this, honorable mention group was DK Metcalf on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to say same thing applies to the Jets, applies to the Steelers.
Oof. Yeah, I'll probably fade
I'm fading Steelers.
fade pass catchers on the Steelers. They're a run-heavy team with the older Aaron Rodgers, who really hasn't shown anything great lately.
You know who the offensive coordinator is over there?
Art Smith, isn't it? Oh, dude, fade the Steelers, dude.
Fade Steelers.
Fade the Steelers.
I'm sorry, Steelers fans.
DK's interesting for sure, but was he was with Atlanta last year?
Art Smith?
Or where was he last
Yeah,
year?
I think so.
I mean, Drake London did pretty decent.
Yeah.
Is it possible that one wide receiver could flourish over there? But I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers, so it doesn't matter. But I would typically fade Steelers.
Yeah. What about the running backs?
They got a rookie, Caleb. Is it Williams? Caleb? No, that's the quarterback for Chicago. Caleb Johnson, maybe. Gosh, I can't remember his name. A rookie, and Jalen Warren is still there. I think if you can get those guys like round 6 or 7, maybe where they're going. Is that right? If you can get those guys around 6-ish, I guess. I like Jalen Warren. He's been pretty good. I'm not sure if I really want to be. This, again, just feels like an offense that isn't going to score a lot of points, And I don't know if I really want to be invested in an offense that's not scoring a lot of points.
We did mention that that's what we're doing this season, right?
Yeah.
Staying away from these offenses.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to try to do, yeah.
It's Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson, and then Kenneth Gainwell is also there too. Probably fading the offense, or fading Steelers.
Yeah, I feel like you might see those guys on the waiver wire later on, I don't know.
You guys got any, like, that kind of wrapped up the list we had, but are there just got like sleepers y'all are looking for this year? Anybody to look out for?
One guy, I don't know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty mysterious, but the Joe Mixon situation.
Oh yeah.
Well, like something's happening in Houston. Definitely keep an eye on that. I mean, if Joe Mixon's there, if he's playing, he's going to be and he's been falling down draft boards because of all this stuff. So, but if he's there, it's crazy. I don't know how much we're going to figure out till after we draft. But if he misses 2 games, 3 games, getting Joe Mixon very late in the draft could be season-changing pick, to have a stud like him. But we'll see. I think it's just something to keep an eye on more than a sleeper, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think, one guy I'm looking out for is, I can't pronounce his name. His initials are EE, rookie wide receiver for Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Ibuka?
I'm not even going to... It's something like that.
Not even going to try it.
Yeah.
But this guy, you got an older Mike Evans. Chris Godwin is out. This is a good passing offense. I think it's a better than average offense. And I think for the value he's going at, he could emerge and be pretty fantasy relevant. So that's a guy I'm looking at a little outside of where our list ended.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I know guys are hyped on Travion Henderson, the rookie for New England. I'm going to say, I'm going to give you a guy I like, and I'll say I think Travion Henderson is a trap.
Ooh,
That's one I think is a trap. And because this Patriots offense is getting a lot of hype. Drake May. And I've seen Drake May is supposed to have a breakout year. Stephon Diggs is supposed to elevate this offense. He's coming off injury. He's 30 years old. It's a rookie running back. They had offensive line problems. They're supposed to have revamped the line. I don't know. I don't buy it. I'm not in on it. And they still got Ramondre Stevenson. It's going to be a committee. And I'm seeing this Travion Henderson guy going like 3rd, 4th round. So that's one I would look out for. I think it's a trap. I'll be back next year to eat some crow if I'm wrong about that.
You know,
But
Gage, I think there's something to what you're saying. I think Patriots are gonna do this. They're gonna do good this year as far as the NFL is concerned on winning games. Maybe being, they're called predicted to be the most improved team from last year. But I think from a fantasy point of view, they're not great. Because I feel like the points are going to be
we
everywhere.
didn't talk about one Patriots player on that list. There's not one on the top 40.
Yeah, I think it's just because we don't know, But Diggs could do good on there. I don't know. Even Meg might be a good. They might start
could.
slinging footballs. We don't fucking know. We might be rushing to the waiver wire for these guys. I don't know. But before you go on anymore, I have my one guy because you're naming quite a few. My guy is also a rookie. I think is going to be a potential league winner, and that's my boy Golden for the fucking Green Bay Packers. Mm-hmm. Our boy from fucking the Longhorns. Rookie dude from Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think Jordan Love is going to do great. I think Green Bay is going to win their division. I think that Golden's going to be the number one target in the backfield for him. I think he's going to do it. That's my hot take. As a sleeper, we didn't see that guy at all on the top. I don't know where he's going as far as the pick goes. Mr. Matthew Golden. But
he's down there.
He's down there,
Yeah.
but I think we're gonna see some action out of that guy.
Interesting call. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Gage, you have any more?
No, I think.
Besides just pissing off all the Patriots fans and the fucking Steelers fans and the Jets fans,
They should be
and the
pissed off
Arizona
already.
fans.
They're already
They should be pissed already. I don't got to do anything to them.
Poor Jets fans. Yeah.
Yo, as a Cowboy fan, dude, I'm just like, yo, whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
we're there with them. Honestly,
We're there
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
I hear you.
All right, just to piss off the Cowboys fan, I'm gonna say it right now. We're winning 4 games this year. 4 games.
That's insane.
We're
Cowboys will be
winning 4
better
games.
than
It'll
that.
be like 7 or 8, but
You know what, Brian? If it's 7 or 8, then you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy. Low expectations is the
Yeah.
way now, dude.
Brian, who's your sleeper again?
I said Joe Mixon, someone
Joe
that I was
Mixon.
keeping an eye on.
Even with Nick Chubb still there?
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
about
don't
it.
Still
think
there.
Nick-
He just
yeah.
got there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think Nick Chubb's going to affect
Honestly,
Joe Mixon
Nick
at all.
Chubb might be really good for the first couple of games, but then you don't want to be stuck with someone who's falling off whenever you're getting towards playoffs or the end of the season.
Yeah,
so-
I just realized we didn't talk about Joe Mixon at all. Wow.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Just kind of scrolling through Dak Prescott. I know we kind of
I
said
like
that
him
earlier. He's a sleeper quarterback.
I think,
I think.
I think
Yeah,
I
right.
said he'll have his best,
And
one of his best seasons.
I know
think,
we
this
said
year.
no Jets, but maybe Justin Fields.
I'm out. I'm out. on Justin
Maybe
Fields.
Justin
No.
Fields. If you're a late round QB sniper, that's I think those are 2 good
Dude,
QBs.
hell no. I think late round QB. I mean, you could get someone like freaking Jordan Love that late too, or Dak Prescott.
Jordan Love's probably later. Yeah. Prescott for sure. I like Prescott, but who are we talking? Justin Fields. He just has he's that rushing upside.
Yeah.
That can make
Yeah,
up for
that's
such a
true.
such a bad.
But
passing
he does
offense.
play for the Jets.
But he is
He
also the
does.
Jets. So
He does.
Can you
no
name-
Jets. Sorry.
When was the last time the Jets had a top 5 quarterback? Can you name? When was the last time they had a top 10 quarterback? It might have been like Ryan
Favre.
Fitzpatrick
or
or
Fitzpatrick.
something like that.
It's probably been a long time.
But
Oh
yeah.
no, Mark Sanchez. No, he wasn't top
Mark
5.
Sanchez,
He just
I
got
don't
him.
know.
He just got
And
him there.
completely just out of nowhere, I think the Panthers are going to be competitive this year. I'm not saying they're going to get in the playoffs or do anything like that. I think they're going to have the biggest turnaround from any team. Like, they were pretty not great last year.
Yeah.
I think Bryce Young has his breakout season this year.
Man, dude, that's a big crow, dude.
I think it is a
That's
big crow.
big
I think
crow,
Bryce
yeah.
Young has his
Long
breakout
shot.
season.
If it doesn't
I think-
happen, no one's gonna be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like so it's crazy.
I think their rookie wide receiver Ted McMillan is going to have a really good rookie season as
yeah.
well. I'll add him and the Buccaneers rookie. I can't even say his name, but Ibuka, was that what y'all said? Ibuka, whatever. But him, McMillan, and Ibuka, I think those are going to be two rookies to watch. I think Bryce Young, if you're in like a super flex league and you need a quarterback super late, super value
Yeah.
pick, he'll probably be on the waivers. You don't even have to draft him probably. So I think that's my hot take, and that's a guy with rushing upside. People forget about that, but just the Panthers have been that bad, but I think they turn it around, and he might be someone to look at some point.
Well, guys, some interesting hot takes we have here. I hope everybody found our advice, our opinions helpful this year. I want to say good luck to everyone drafting this year. Hopefully you get nothing but good hits on your drafts, and we'll let you know. You know, we always say we're gonna do like a mid-season meetup and talk about how it's going. I think this year we definitely need to make that fucking happen.
Yeah.
I know as far as E4 is concerned, we'll be in the studio a lot this year, so we'll make it fucking happen. And last year I was second to last. I hope top 3 at least in the middle of the year. That's my goal.
Me too. I hope you do good this year. you got tortured last year.
I got dragged through the mud last year, dude. But you know what, dude? I feel like everyone needs a season like that just to humble yourself. Yeah. Like, oh wait.
I feel like once you win the league, you win it once, and the next time you'll be like, I'm gonna go like all upside guys.
Yeah.
This next year, and then like you get away from what won you that one. So you'll like because you had won the year previously, and then you got decimated the next year, which I've done that a few times too. It feels like you get a little
First
cocky. You're like, I'm gonna start taking maybe reaching a little bit, taking some chances, and it blows up on you. You got away from what got you there. So yeah, it does help kind of humble you, bring you back.
It's an endless cycle of just euphoria and depression. I go from winning to last place, then I get my shit together and I win, and then I lose it all again. It's an endless cycle, dude. It's a roller coaster, but I'm here for the ride. We're gonna fucking do it, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll continue on my depression this year. I don't fucking know. All right, guys. Anything else before we wrap up the podcast?
Nope.
All right. Well, hey, guys. Thank y'all for watching the E4 Fantasy Football Preseason show.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, guys. You don't know how much I fucked up that one.
Let us know if y'all agree or disagree with some of these opinions, or if you have any hot takes yourself. Leave it in the comments.
And Cardinal fans, Jet fans, Steelers fans, send all your hate mail to Gage.
Yeah.
All right, because he hates y'all.
I'm not going to read it.
He's not going to read it. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I never had a father.